Welcome to POPLAW Podcast. I'm your host, Desiree, and I'm still not your attorney. This is POPLAW Breakdown. POPLAW Breakdown is a segment of the show that breaks down the law related to our guest episodes. On this episode of POPLAW Breakdown, we're talking about one of the most important and most dangerous relationships in entertainment, the artist-manager relationship. Because when it's right, your manager helps you grow, focus, and shine. But when it's wrong, it can cost you your career, your ownership, and your peace of mind. When we sat down with Honey Baby, you know we talked about how picking the right team lets artists focus on creativity. My takeaway from that episode, you can buy loyalty, but you can definitely lose time with the wrong people. That line hits different because we're seeing exactly what happens when trust and business don't align. So let's get into this Maverick City Music situation. Earlier this year, Chandler Moore, one of the lead members of Maverick City Music, filed a lawsuit against his former manager, Norman Giamfi, and Giamfi's company, Tribal Records. So here's the core of the case. Chandler claimed that his manager and Tribal improperly used his name, likeness, and creative contributions without proper authorization or compensation. He also alleges that his manager breached fiduciary duties, basically the legal obligation to act in his best interests, and took advantage of his trust to secure ownership stakes and control over the Maverick City brand and music. On the flip side, Giamfi is reportedly claiming he co-created the group and that any ownership or control he has is legitimate. In short, what started as music and ministry ended as a legal battle over money, ownership, and management boundaries. This case highlights a few big lessons that every creative needs to understand. Number one, your manager is a fiduciary, not a friend. Once someone becomes your manager, they legally owe you a duty of loyalty and care. That means they cannot secretly make money off your work, divert opportunities, or act in ways that benefit them more than you. But here's the thing, that duty only becomes enforceable when you have a clear agreement. If you don't define the terms, you're leaving your trust open for interpretation. Number two, ownership starts on day one. In Chandler's case, the dispute centers around who owns what. The brand, the songs, the recordings, the likeness. Every artist should put this in writing early. Who owns the masters? Who owns the group name? Who owns the administrative control? And who can license what content? Number three, accountability is not disrespect. A lot of creatives are scared to ask their team questions, especially managers, because they don't want to seem difficult. But accountability protects everyone. Ask for statements, ask how money is flowing, ask who's signing what. And if someone gets defensive when you ask business questions, that's your first red flag. In our Honey Baby episode, we said it best. When your team is right, you create better. But as we're seeing with Chandler Moore, when your team isn't aligned, you're forced to fight battles that pull you away from your art. These are two sides of the same coin. One artist protecting her peace before it's too late, another trying to reclaim what he believes was taken from him. So here's three POPLAW takeaways. One, put it in writing, always. Even if you love your manager, make sure your agreement clearly outlines duties, commissions, ownership, and termination rights. Two, review your contracts annually. Relationships evolve. Your agreement should also. Number three, separate friendship from function. It's okay to love your manager as a person, but you still need to protect yourself as a business. The manager-artist relationship is sacred. They help shape your vision, manage your time, and amplify your brand. But when business and boundaries blur, things get messy. No amount of faith, friendship, or nostalgia can fix a broken contract. So, whether you're on the come up like Honey Baby or already established like Chandler Moore, remember, the right manager multiplies your creativity. The wrong one monetizes your trust. Thank you for watching POPLAW Breakdown. I'm your host, Desiree, and I'm still not your attorney. Disclaimer, this episode is strictly for entertainment and educational purposes only. It is not meant to be construed as legal advice in any form. Bye.